Alright. I think you should be more straightforward when it comes to talking to people. If there's a conversation that you're having with another person and you're not really wanting to entertain it, or you're not really interested in whatever topic they're speaking about, don't sacrifice how you feel just to keep the conversation going, you know? Like, if you're talking about apples but I don't really want to talk about apples, then I'm just not going to entertain the fact that we're talking about apples. Now, some people will just continue asking about apples. Oh, what kind of apples do you like? Even though you don't really care about what apples they like, you're still going to ask them questions and try to entertain it. No, just don't do that, because chances are the person that's talking about apples probably doesn't even like apples anyways, and they're just trying to keep the conversation going. If a conversation is pointless, then don't entertain it. There's no need to entertain a conversation that you're not interested in. Either just be quiet, be silent, be uninterested, and that's okay. You don't have to sacrifice your your mental capacity to keep up with a conversation. Some people ask me why am I so quiet sometimes. It's because I'm just not interested in speaking to whatever you have to say. Like, there's nothing for me to talk about to you which is mildly interesting in my head. Even talking to someone you like, right? I've heard about this online where you're asking about a girl's day, how she is and whatnot, but to be fair, you might not even be interested in talking about that. Actually, what you should be doing instead is talking about something that you find interesting, right? You should just be selfish like that, and I think that's more interesting and entertaining when you talk about something that you like to do, more than just trying to have filler conversations, which is just uninteresting and unimportant at the same time. And especially with some of my friends, they like to talk about some bullshit. I just don't entertain it. I just, because they know who I am already, right? And they know when I'm just not going to like speak, because I simply cannot be asked to talk about something that I don't find interesting. So maybe you can learn a thing or two next time you're speaking to somebody. You don't have to self-sacrifice, okay? You don't have to self-sacrifice, all right? If there's a conversation that you don't want to entertain, then don't. It's that simple, okay? Some people are just afraid because they don't want to hurt the other person's feeling. But I feel like you being more straightforward, the other person will actually respect you for speaking out and saying, okay, cool, you don't want to speak about that, fine. Thank you for not being fake, and thank you for being authentic, if that makes sense, right? I think that's more valuable than talking about some bullshit.